In the silence of old European castles, the stones still seem to whisper. If you press your hand against their cold, rough walls, you might almost feel the echo of screams. Buried centuries ago but never truly gone. Time has washed away the bloodstains, but the memories remain. Among those memories is the story of one woman, her name nearly erased by history, but her death remembered as one of the most cursed executions Europe had ever seen. It was the 16th century, an age of shadows and superstition, when the line between justice and cruelty was blurred by fear. In those days, if misfortune struck, a broken window, a sick animal, a fire in a barn, the villagers quickly pointed fingers. And more often than not, the finger pointed toward a woman. A whisper was enough to brand her a witch. This woman, whose story we now tell, was accused of witchcraft. The villagers claimed they had seen her under the light of the moon, whispering over the children of the village. They said she had cursed the crops, burned the meadow, and called upon the devil. Whether any of it was true, no one knows. But the church had no need for truth. The verdict was swift and absolute: death. Her sentence was to be carried out in the courtyard of a fortress, where hundreds gathered to see her end. The people wanted spectacle. They wanted proof that evil could be destroyed. The woman was brought out in the morning, her hands bound, her face pale but calm. She did not scream or beg, yet in her silence there was something unsettling, something that made even the most devout spectators shift uneasily. The executioner stepped forward, a man hardened by countless deaths. His duty was simple: strike once cleanly with his sharp axe. End it quickly. But as he raised the weapon, something happened. His hands shook. The first blow missed the mark. The axe struck bone but did not sever the neck. The woman gasped in pain, blood running down her body, but she lived. The crowd erupted in shouts. Some laughed cruelly. Others turned their faces away. But the executioner had no choice. He raised the axe again and swung. A second strike, still not enough. The blade sank deep, but the head did not fall. The woman screamed, her cry filling the courtyard with horror. By the third strike, the executioner's forehead dripped with sweat. His arms trembled. He had killed many before, yet never had death resisted him like this. Some villagers shouted that she was a servant of the devil, protected by dark powers. Others whispered that perhaps God himself was punishing them for condemning an innocent. The fourth, fifth, sixth blows rained down. Each time the woman's body convulsed, her blood soaking the ground. Yet she clung to life, gasping, moaning, refusing to surrender. The air grew heavy with fear. The crowd that had come to see justice now felt as if they were witnessing something cursed. Finally, on the seventh strike, the executioner's axe severed her head from her shoulders. For a long moment, silence covered the courtyard. No one cheered. No one spoke. They only stared at the lifeless body, as if even in death she was not truly gone. The priests muttered prayers, declaring victory over the devil. But the villagers left with trembling hearts. They could not forget what they had seen. A woman who would not die easily. A death that seemed to defy nature itself. After her execution, her home was abandoned. No one dared enter it. Her belongings were burned, her name scrubbed from records. Children whispered of her ghost walking the fields at night, her headless body searching for peace. Travelers claimed that on certain nights, a woman's laughter echoed through the ruins of the fortress, carried on the cold wind. Some swore they heard a whisper, soft but chilling, "I am not finished." Historians would later call it nothing more than an executioner's failure, a dull blade, a nervous hand. But to those who were there, it was something far darker. It was a sign, a reminder of how thin the line is between justice and cruelty. And so the memory endures. The stones of that fortress, though silent, still hold the weight of her final moments. Even now, if you walk through that courtyard under the moonlight, you might feel the chill of breath on your neck. You might hear the faint gasp of a dying woman, and you might realize that the past never truly rests. That night, centuries ago, a woman died, but her story never did.